Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now things are getting better now, so I've come into the greenhouse and I'm surprised what's happening in here. A lot of things are happening. So I mean, we've waited a long time for things to happen like this, but we'll just show you how quick things are growing. Now to start with, I'll show you this Phrags lasverinus, and it wasn't in spike the last time I showed you. I'll show you the plant, but look at it now. What a wonderful spike this is, really thick, and what a lovely thing this is. I just need to put a stake in and make it go straight up. So that's one that's doing fine. This is a cross between Sargentianum and Cattleya. Now this is the largest division of this plant that I split up, and somebody's been asking me, or been telling me, that they've got a huge Phrags that's never bloomed. So I told them to give it a good splitting. It will shock it into blooming. It's always worked for me. I've had Phrags grandis grow to tremendous sizes, you know, with lots and lots of new growths on. That's never flowered. But when I split it, within 6 months, they're flowering. So anybody who's got any of these plants that's not flowered and it's big enough to split, try giving it a split. You won't be disappointed. This plant is just planted in, so it's the medium bark with a bit of perlite in, and there may be 1 or 2 growth stones left, but I have no more of those, so I throw it in what I have. So that's all I give them, and twice a year, as you know, I give them fish blood and bone, and I flush quite regularly. But for the last, I could say, 3 months, I have been giving them the odd feed of, say, 100 parts per million of calcium nitrate, and that's all I've been doing. And it's doing very well. It's putting up 2 new growths down there, as you can see, and this beautiful bloom growing very, very quickly indeed. It's going to it'll not be long before this blooms, I don't think. Well, that's the Phrags lasverinus. Now this one is my Fritz Schomburg, and I'm glad to say that's also in spike, growing very, very fast. These are 2 new growths at the front here. Well, it put 3 up, and these are the 3 different sizes, and they all came up at the same time, so it looks like it's going to reserve them for a later date. But this is the main growth, and here we see the spike coming up. Phrags Fritz Schomburg. And this is also a cross between Cattleya and Bessii. You know, the only thing about these, with these Cattleya crosses, is that you get beautiful flowers on, and you know, they disappoint you after 2 or 3 days because the petals start reflexing. But there is a plant called Phrags yanqueni, and that's this plant crossed back to crossed back to Bessii, which gives it Cattleya cross Bessii, back to Bessii, and that's got beautiful red flowers on that do not reflex. So if you can get hold of one of those plants, they're well worth having. Anyhow, this is planted in exactly the same stuff as the last one, a nice medium bark, fed the same, and growing better than it's done for the last 18 months. Phrags Fritz Schomburg. And here's a tiny little Phrags that we're trying to save. There's 1 growth on there, so it's put another one up there, and there's a little one coming up by the side. And would you believe, look, it's got a spike on it, and I don't even know what this is. It's just one I tried to save. So I must be doing things right again. And why I say I must be doing things right is I bought this as a single growth plant about a couple of years ago. It's flowered from there, it's a longifolium. Since then it's put this one up. Absolutely beautiful. But just look at the amount of growth. You got one there, two, another one down there, another one here, and yet another one here. So they've got 5 new growths on it and they're all doing well. Fortunately it's not coming in spike yet. No, but there's no signs of it coming in spike yet, but as long as that one puts on plenty of growth I'm quite happy. Phrag longifolium. Here's the Phrag cardinale that was a single growth plant last year. Flowered from there. I showed you the blooms off it, which are absolutely beautiful. Now we've got a nice growth here. We've got a nice growth here, which could flower any time. And we've got another one coming up there. So that's another one that's doing very well. You know, same sort of bark, same feed. I do the same with all the Phrags. Phrag cardinale. Now this was a little Phrag handed to me at the last meeting to see if I could save it. And I'm pleased to say it's doing very well, but it's a new one on me. It's putting up another new leaf there in the centre, and I've made a big label for it. And it's Phrag Silver Rose. It's crossed by Schlimii, but on the back I've put its full makeup on, which is Anapapo, St. Owen and Schlimii. Whoops. So that seems to be doing very well. I don't know what the flowers are like at all. So if anybody's got the Silver Rose across Schlimii, you know, let's have a look at it. Well, I'll not go through any more because there's no more spikes coming up, but plenty of new growths on them. And so I'll just go over them just to show you a few of them there. Stand back a bit, then we can get more in. There's a big grandie with plenty of growths on it. Fritz Schomburg again. Lacerinus again, with its nice big spike. I think the Grandie's behind it, and a Richterii. And I took the spikes off, so it'll be spiking again shortly. Nice big plant. And this is the only one in flower at the moment. It's been in flower now about 2 months. And this is the Olaf Gross. It's only got 4 flowers on at the moment, but a few buds to open yet. But it's had 7 flowers on all at once. And that's the Olaf Gross. And the only other surprise I had was this Cattleya African Beauty. As you can see, it's got fabulous roots on it. I've shown you this one before. It's like this on all 4 sides and on the bottom. But I'll just get it down. And to my surprise, we've got a sheath. We've got a sheath here on a single growth. And we've got a sheath on a bifoliate growth. Well, so one there and one there. So that could be looking really nice. I mean, how come I get a sheath on a single growth and another sheath on a double growth? Are the flowers going to be different? I've no idea, but we'll find out soon. I was just going to finish this video and I had a look at this Paphiopedilum loyi. You know, these are a plant that are deciduous. Drop all the leaves probably in winter and then start growing them again, although the roots continue to grow. And if you look closely, there's a spike there. It's a very dark spike. There we are. Lovely. Never seen these flowers and I don't even know what they look like. But I'm quite pleased with this one because I've had this one for a couple of years. And as you can tell, it's on the cork bark. No moss again, I never use moss. I just put things on directly. But that's another one I'm very pleased with. Phalaenopsis loyi. Not to be confused with lobby eye. Well, that's about all I've got for you today. So thank you very much for watching. And I hope things keep progressing for everyone. Hope everything keeps growing well and you get plenty of blooms. And thanks to all my subscribers. I've had quite a few recently, and a few more will go down very well. So thanks very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.